What's up, everybody? Thank you again for tuning into my channel for another special video. Today is Air Max Day. Air Maxes are my favorite category of shoes overall. I have more of them than any other shoe, more than Jordan 1s, more than any Adidas shoe, more than even Jordan Retros. I am going to go over my top 5 Air Maxes that I own, starting from number 5 all the way down to number 1, which will definitely be a surprise to most of you. I'm not sure exactly how many of the Air Maxes I do own. I was going to go through the whole video and show you everything from my least favorite pair that I own to my most favorite, but that's going to take way too long because I do have 20 plus pairs of Air Maxes. Now, like I said, today is Air Max Day. This whole month has been Air Max month, and it's honestly been one of the most disappointing Air Max months that we've had in a while, with last year or the year before getting the Sean Witherspoons, and then a bunch of other surprise drops and stuff like that during Air Max month. But this month, where they've really slowed it down, there hasn't been too many Air Maxes very crazy that have came out. The only one that I can really recall is the Air Max 90 Mars Landing, which was like a sequel to the Moon pair that dropped a while back, which that shoe is honestly very disappointing. Now I might end up picking up that shoe because the prices could skyrocket. Also, I've seen people lace them very differently, which makes them a pretty dope shoe. It's crazy how like just putting in a different pair of laces can make a shoe go from like a 2 to a 10. That's really cool. But anyways, let's get into the shoes. Real quick, just a little PSA. All of these shoes are my personal favorites. It's not biased about hype or anything like that. A lot of these shoes I do have a connection to, whether it is how I got the shoe, how much I paid for that shoe, the way that I paid for that shoe, so on and so forth. So these are all my opinions. Of course, everybody is entitled to their own opinion on their favorite shoes, whether that be Air Maxes or not. So coming in at number 5, I have the original Vapor Max Be True. So this is one of the first Vapor Maxes that we ever did get. Now they are on Vapor Max 3 or Vapor Max 2019 for this year. The originals are my favorite. I don't have any of the Mach 2s or any of the 3s. I did have a couple pairs of the original, like a Frog colorway and a Pure Platinum colorway, as well as a Neva, but I did get rid of all those. This is the only one that will be staying in my collection. Really crazy colorway, nice navy blue upper with a really colorful bottom. Now the Be True meaning is a tribute to the LGBT community. It's something that Nike has done within the past 4 years. I believe that this shoe and the other shoes that dropped with this line that year was the first year that Nike actually ever did something for that community. So that's really cool. Overall, I love the colorway. In my opinion, the comfort of the Vapor Max is overall really overrated. I think people kind of figured it out pretty quickly after actually wearing the shoe. They're just not that comfortable. They make a little bit of a weirder noise and not that much support in the shoe. But number 5 on my list is the Be True Vapor Max. And coming in at number 4 is the Off-White OG Air Max 97. Now, Virgil Abloh has really taken things to a new type of level with Nike, dropping his original 10 collection as well as multiple other shoes, like different variations of each shoe. This is one of the original 10. I was super excited when I was able to get this shoe. Everything about it I really love. It's really simple, very clean white look, the oversized check, just everything about the shoe. The wax tip laces is really cool to me. Definitely one that I had to pick up, and the price that I picked this up for was actually a very good price. Overall, I want to have more of the Off-White 97s. The Air Max 97 is actually my favorite shoe out of all of the Air Maxes, so I want to make sure that I can complete these. I really want the Serena Williams as well as the black and the Menta if it ever does officially drop in the US. Like I said, overall, I just had to pick up this shoe. Great shoe, really good comfort. Air Max 97 Off-White OG. And number 3 on my list is the Air Max 97-1 Sean Witherspoon. Now, this is another shoe that did take the world by storm. Everybody went absolutely crazy over this shoe because it is something that we have not gotten before. A collab with Sean Witherspoon, who is a known reseller, and the brand Nike, which two worlds they have a lot to do with each other, but they don't necessarily collide and mesh very well. Overall, the color is absolutely incredible. The corduroy on the top, the little velour inside with the all the little details on it, the Air Max 1 bottoms, the 97 top. Sean Witherspoon absolutely killed this shoe, and for him to get the awards and everything that he has gotten, he 100% deserves. Now, a lot of you are going to be upset and going to be killing me because I did not put these as number 1 on my list. But like I said, everything on this list has a sentimental value to me except for this shoe. Now, this shoe I did go ahead and buy because it wasn't in my collection. The prices were going crazy high, as you can see in my last video, full on just explaining why I bought the shoe, really. But overall, the shoe is absolutely incredible. Really glad to have it, especially for the price that I got it at. At the time, it was way below market. If you can get this shoe now, I would highly recommend to get this shoe. But in a year or two, this is going to be a $2,000 shoe. Air Max 97-1, Sean Witherspoon. And number 2 on my list is the Air Max 95 Halloween. Now, the Air Max 95 Halloween, at the time when I was able to get it, was my favorite shoe of all time and still is my favorite shoe of all time. All the little details on here, from the eyeball to the rope laces, it glows in the dark on the bottoms and the back tab. Air Max 95, of course, is a classic shoe. So for them to throw the different materials on here, throw the concept onto the shoe, and absolutely kill it the way that they did, this is a shoe that is an absolute grail of mine. And if I did not have it, I would be making moves to go out and get this shoe. And also, I'm a very big sucker for Halloween themed shoes. I have like the All Hallow Eves Nike Cortez, or not Cortez, Blazer Off-White that Virgil dropped last year. A couple of Air Force Ones that are Halloween themed, as well as this, and I plan on getting many more because that is sort of like a very big cool concept that I am into. Now, speaking of sentimental value, this shoe was one of the first shoes that my girlfriend actually ever bought for me. We've been together for 3.5 years now, so it's been a long time. But at the time when she did buy it for me, we had like, no money. We still like don't have like that. We're not rich or anything like that. But she did go out and buy these for me for my birthday. She was freaking out because she put a bid out on StockX for them, and the bid actually got accepted. So then she was like, I need you to send me money right now, but I'll get it back to you, I promise. It's for your birthday, blah blah. And then these came in, and I was absolutely excited for it. It's definitely worth it. And at that time, that was about 1.5 years ago now. So since then, I've collected a lot more shoes, because back then I only probably had about like 4 or 5 pairs like a normal person would. Definitely one of my favorite shoes. Like I said, if I didn't have it in the collection, I would be making moves to get it. I told her that it was my favorite shoe of all time, and she went out and did the thing for me. Like I said, all these shoes do have a story for me. And I really do love Air Maxes. Like I said, they're all some of my favorites. But next, we got to get into number 1. So, like I said, number 4 is the Air Max 95 Halloween. And number 1 on my list is the Air Max 97 Silver Bullet. Now, I know this is going to piss a lot of people off because of all the other Air Maxes that I do have in my collections, including some Off-Whites, including an Atmos pack, as well as the Masters of Air and some Skeptas, things like that. I do have plenty of Air Maxes, but this shoe right here is the shoe that absolutely does it for me. If I had to wear one shoe for the rest of my life, this is the shoe that I'm going for. This is the shoe that started collecting for me. And even when I was a little kid and I first saw this shoe, this is the shoe that I always wanted to. So to have it in my collection is absolutely incredible. And I think it's extremely slept on, even though I think it'll still forever be a classic. The inspiration is absolutely incredible, as well as the love towards it overseas and the love towards it here in the States. Now, like I said, two of the other shoes that were in my collection were both 97s, the Sean Witherspoon and the Air Max Off-White. That just shows you how much of a classic this shoe is, and for people to be able to collab on a shoe like this, it's a very big deal. Overall, this shoe, it's just absolutely incredible. The colorway, the theme, the originality of it at the time. Just Nike dropping a very different Air Max every single year, coming out with something like this. In my opinion, I think that it's the most slept on Air Max. A lot of people like the 95s, a lot of people like the ones, but the Air Max 97 is the shoe that absolutely does do it for me. I can't even say enough good things about this shoe. Once I beat up this pair enough to where it's not wearable anymore, I will be going out to get a new one, as well as like different variations of this shoe, like the gold pair, the Sean Witherspoon, and the off-whites. Like I said, the next 97 that I really am after is the Skepta 97, so I can complete my Skepta pack, and I will definitely be giving you guys a review on that once that does come in. But number one on my shoe, my favorite shoe of all time, is the Air Max 97 Silver Bullet. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you haven't already, make sure to subscribe, like, and in the comments below, let me know what you're rocking for Air Max Day, as well as what your Air Max Grail is. Thank you guys so much, and I'll see you on the next one.